Hello everyone, my name is Eva Castaño, a teacher in progress, and in this video, I'm going to develop the mini session taking the topic passive voice. Today, in our class, we are going to explain a very useful grammar structure, the passive voice. In this lesson, we will see how it works and why it is important in academic and daily contexts. So, what is a passive voice? Usually in English, we focus on who did the action. That's active voice. But sometimes the action itself or the person receiving is more important. For example, if we talk about history, art, or science, we use passive voice to sound more objective. Now, look at the screen. To form a passive sentence, we need the object first, then the verb to be in the correct tense, and finally the past participle of the main verb. If you want to mention who did the action, you can add by at the end, but it is optional. A common question in this topic is do we always need to say who did the action? The answer is no, but we use the word by when the agent, the person or thing performing the action, is essential for the context. For example, here, in art or literature, the creator is very important. We say, the Starry Night was painted by Vincent van Gogh. In this case, removing the artist will make the sentence less informative. Let's look at some real life examples. First, coffee is harvested by hand in Colombia. Here, the coffee is the most important part, not the specific person picking it. Second, the final report was submitted on time. This is very common in our university work, right? We care that the task is done. Now, to make it even clearer, let's compare active voice versus passive voice with a simple example. In the active sentence, the chef prepared the meal. Our focus is on the chef. He is the one doing the work. But if we move to passive voice, we say, the meal was prepared by the chef. Notice the change. The object, the meal, moves to the front because it is now our main topic. We added the verb to be in past tense was and the past participle prepare. If the person who did the action is important, we add then at the end using by. But remember, in passive voice, we can often omit the person if they are not necessary for the message. To help you succeed in the activities I designed for you, let's look at some frequent errors. The most common mistake is using the wrong form of the main verb. Remember, we always use the past participle. It's not was right, it's was reading. Another mistake is forgetting the verb to be. You cannot say the house built. You must say the house was built. Finally, always check if your subject is singular or plural to use is or are correctly. Paying attention to these details will help you master the passive voice. Now that we've covered the rules and common mistakes, it's time for you to practice. On the screen, you can see two QR codes. The first one will take you to a sorting challenge. Your mission there is to identify which passive sentence are correct and which one have errors. This is a great activity for training your eyes to spot grammar mistakes. The second QR code is a word order game. Here, you need to drag and drop the words to build a perfect passive sentence from scratch. Please scan them with your phone and give them a try. These activities are designed to be fun and interactive, helping you reinforce everything we discussed today. Good luck! Finally, in conclusion, the topic passive voice help us change the focus of our sentences. I hope this explanation was clear for you. Please don't forget to check the interactive activities that I create for you to practice. Thank you so much for watching and being here.